of can you gift? Why do women love money so much? Is money so necessary to oil the relationship? And you know, a lot of people always feel when you hear stories like somebody just dashed their husband 500,000 naira ring, or just bought them a new car, and now thinking, hey, when will I get gifts? Is it that my hair doesn't collect gifts? Is it that the person I marry doesn't value me enough? Because a lot of women throw these things out there, and it makes others feel like they're not enough, or they're not worthy of such. What are your thoughts on this material syndrome of just having been cared for and pampered and taken to Dubai for breakfast and to China for dinner and Japan for the weekend, stuff like that? Is it really our dream, or is just some kind of a facade that we create for ourselves?
So it's okay to dream.
I don't want to dream. I don't want to start. Let me start with Mariam. What else with this?
It's what I guess people will call different ways
Strokes
of expressing their love, or love language, as you say. There's some people that like cards and flowers, and they would talk about it forever. And be like, oh, I remember this bouquet of flowers that I got. And then some people will talk about the money that they got. I'll never forget when we were young and dating, and if I would say to my friends, oh, we went out to lunch, I went out to dinner, one of my friends would just turn and ask, how much did he give you? Like, what are you saying? Lunch and dinner does not make sense. Please, how much did he give you so that we can enter Balogo and go and shop? You know? But it was not, for me, it was not my love at the time, but I think my love language is changing. Yes, changing. I think with age, you now start thinking of dollars and pounds, you know. Anyways.
I don't know why I never really liked, I mean, sometimes I feel like just waking my dad from the dead. Like, why did you make me hate money so much? Because I just find that I'm not big on money, and I wish I was, because I really want to have money. but you know, someone like, and I like you, I know you, but I just don't like you.
Yeah, because of the way we're raised, we're raised to be very careful. We were taught that money is to buy something. So someone was to give you money, they are trying to buy you, and no, you cannot afford me, you know. So we would accept other gifts as appreciation for, you know, the love for us and things like that. And then maybe in marriage, then we become more comfortable. And some people, you know, you may find someone who gets all these monetary gifts, and you are happy, you know, happy for them, but it's not the same in your case, but it does not make you less than that person. In your case, it may be that monies are being put into stocks for you. Money is being used to build something for you, helping to push your business. Maybe you're not getting physical cash, but you get a deed for a land, you know, things like that. So I don't think when we find women who get these cash gifts that you should be looking at yourself and saying, I'm not worthy, or I'm not this, I don't attract goodness. We attract different kinds of favor. And
Nima, now let me come to you. Let me hear you.
So you were talking about dreams, and I was saying every dream is valid. If your dream is to get it, it's okay. Dream your dream. I'm still upset with my mom for the way I was made to be scared of even gifts. So as a young girl, if you gave me a cup, I will ask you, do you need water, or you want to send me a message? How is a gift? Why? You know, and I grew up with that mentality where I'm scared of what's, I don't want too much. I'm okay in my small corner. And recently, I'm taking reading some books, and I'm wondering, did I sort of limit myself? And I did, because I didn't want anything. I was always okay with whatever I had in my hands. Only my own thing is okay for me. So it's okay for her to dream whatever dream, but to get it and not enjoy it in your privacy is what I have issues with.
Yes.
So every day, she's married to Nedwoko now. And we know
billionaire.
It's a freaking billionaire. It's beyond this one that she snap photo with. But, you know, if you don't have content, you now say, okay, let me just snap photo of money and put out there. You know, because better things are happening to you. Bigger things I must have done for her. But because of the way we are wired, we create this materialism. And young girls start to think that, you know, the way she got married to Nedwoko and got access to a billionaire's fund is what they must all do. At the risk of the bigger evil out there that, you know, they will be exposed to. So they'll start to fake it, find this. I love what Tools and Bemi did recently, where they went to, they're addressing one fake life. Snapping photo inside airplane. In fact, the thing rolled me over, laughing over and over, because that's what girls now resort to do, just to prepare them. So I want Tokpe to think, it's not only Tokpe now. I'll just go and snap photo. somewhere and send and post it. Sometimes I will be checking how many times I've read the likes.
Imagine.
How many people have viewed it. I don't have work again. Mentally, I'm running myself down. People are looking for validations in the wrong places. This is how it starts. Show the hard work. Show, you're on set. And content is enough that, somebody is videoing when you're taking your lines, you're reading your script, but no.
They'll say that, why would you?
Of money
Well, because it's my money. You didn't work for the money. If somebody will say, why do I have to worry about what people think? He sent me money, it's my husband, he sent me money. What's the big deal? Why are we making it an issue? It's not my money. Did you work for the money?
Did she work for the money?
She worked for the money.
It's
So
her
she
husband.
didn't work for the money. She worked for the money.
Our money anyways, as far as I'm concerned.
No, now you say did I work for the money? Did she work for the money?
She worked for the money.
Sometimes we, of course, we're meant to look at things from all perspectives, but sometimes it might just be a simple case of, I'm feeling so loved, I want to share my joy. The same way we come out and say, today is my birthday, and we post a picture of us, looking good on our birthday, the way you give birth, and then, you announce your pregnancy. Social media has gone to the place where people share every good thing. Yeah. And the day they are crying too, they come and they are crying on camera, and I'm wondering, hello, why are you crying on camera? And some cases, you see people share their heartbreaks.
It's therapeutic to cry on camera.
Yeah, I follow Coral BD.
It's therapeutic because you feel like everybody's watching that emotion right now. You're crying, you're sad, and you feel like you're crying and you're crying and you're crying.
I don't understand what Brian is saying.
You're recording it. I'm just telling you, listen.
I think about it. I'm like, I'm crying. I'm deeply sad and upset. Then I'm crying. Then I'm recording it. Should I arrange my eyes in such a way that it is Instagrammable?
What is therapeutic to you? Is different.
The world,
everybody's different. Yeah, sorry, let me let you down.
Yeah, where I'm going to is the world is changing.
Yeah, the world is changing, exactly.
World is changing, and how we live our lives changed.
Yeah.
And now our announcements are on social media.
Yeah.
I remember when I was growing up, I grew up in Mautu, Igbo community, when somebody gives birth, you see white powder on the neck. That's the announcement to everybody. When you rub powder on the neck, that you are doing a mugo, somebody has given birth around. Yes,
the mother of the mother.
No, when you come visit the baby, they will spray white powder just to share.
Mother of the...
To go around.
Baby, the new mother.
No, the mother of the, omugo.
The grandma.
The grandma.
Grandma.
Would have powder on her neck.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, because when you finish powder your baby's body, you rub the remaining leftover powder on your neck. So your neck will show that you are now doing omugo. And everybody around will just default know that this woman is taking care of a grandchild or a baby. We announce our good news. And we shouldn't read more to it like she's flaunting. Yeah. It's not bad belle. She's happy. Yeah. She married a rich man and he's spoiling her. And she's allowed to spoil her. They have the money. So people have
They just spoil her.
We shouldn't feel bad. People have money. And there'll always be poverty amongst us. Yes. And there'll be wealthy people. I have told God, I want to be in the category of wealthy people. It's not a problem. Yes. But and because our social media life has changed, everything we do is now online.
I like this point you're making, Tokwe, because I think it's really valid. Right? It also helps us to look within. Put yourself right now in this girl's shoes. You're married to a billionaire. You don't have to work a day in your life. You are servicing in the other room. You have a fantastic child. You have fantastic children. You have fantastic. Everything is going well. You know, and the guy is pampering you with money. What's the big deal?
You just receive a lot of 100,000 naira for 2 days. You didn't know that $100,000 had been in your account for what they think to forget.
I'm telling you, my
what they think to forget.
Auntie, I need job. You throw $100,000 in your account and you just owe me.
Will you forget? No, that's not who you are now.
Wait.
Even
that's
when
not who you are. That's not who she is.
That's where we are all
different.
What's the girl's name? We're all Regina inside.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I know
all Regina inside. Let me tell you why.
He's a freaking billionaire, died rich, still sat with his mother on the floor where the mother is comfortable till he died. If you see him, you won't rate his wealth from that. That's my wish. You don't see me and you assess me, finish. That's my wish. So everybody's wish is different. You want to have your $100,000 flaunt at you and snap picture. I want to have my own and quietly put and just be touching lights.
And there's a different
so
generation.
We're all differently wired. We're all differently wired. Someone said something now, and I could put it right. The example that you said that we like to flaunt our good. No. We like to rejoice with others. And I will use that Igbo example. When I live in an Igbo community presently, and my two is not even close to what I live in. When we go and greet baby, they will give
But
you
you didn't ask
powder.
about it.
I'm just saying to you that it's sticker. So that example you have picked, you have not understood it well. It's not only the mother who puts powder on her neck. I'm
Mine is
explaining.
better than yours.
When you come, you will be happy. You will take powder with them. You will rejoice and put on your neck. Is it the mother who was flaunting her baby, or you were rejoicing with them?
Rejoicing.
So I want people who are watching.
No, she's
to come
talking
and
as an
say, "No, I'm
celebration.
saying,
She's
it doesn't
saying
explain.
As a celebration,
That is our nature.
is your good news.
She's saying
that's
it's
the
an
conversation.
announcement.
We have
I'm
baby
here.
safe now. We are going to do naming.
She's
for
saying
this
that,
weekend in
okay,
that
let's
community.
pack that, because I know
You
that
will
what
give
you
baby.
the announcement.
The point I'm trying to make
Yes.
is that we don't all flaunt our good news.
I agree.
It's not flaunting. It's
No,
announcing.
no,
I'm
don't
happy.
say- no, don't
What
say
flaunting?
that.
Flaunting puts
Wait.
a negative,
No.
a negative perspective.
But are you saying
to a
flaunting
comment.
doesn't happen?
Flaunting happens, but when you say anybody that announces a good thing
Yes,
is flaunting,
Africa.
it's
No,
wrong.
we're not saying anybody,
We don't
but
know
we
it.
know that there are some people
We all
who
know.
Of
flaunt.
course.
Yes.
There's a reason why that word exists, because people do it. There are some people that are known to flaunt. There are some people that are known to be boastful. It happens. Does it make it right because the thing is the thing that people are doing now? Does it make it right because younger people are doing it? Usually, as you're growing up, there are things you would do. Older people would correct you. As a child, I remember times where I would want to maybe boast about school achievements or things like that, and my mom would caution
You
me.
get
So
inside
I've
the
grown up to realize that my achievements are not for me to flaunt and boast. It's for me to be
someone
happy
feel
about
bad.
and others to rejoice for me. And so when someone says what she's done, I hear your point where you're saying she's not flaunting, she's just excited about it, good for her. And I think the other person who thinks that this is not something I would do, and I see it to be, some people will even call it classless. Why are you, that showing off of raw cash on social media or throwing of raw cash up, or, you know, in the air, or even spray money. There are some people that would never spray money at parties because they think it's classless. It's not a bad thing for me, actually. I think I would raise my children to not be throwing cash up and down. Not because they're unhappy for those who have it, but because it just does not make sense. You have it, you do what it is that you are meant to do with it, and you appreciate people in ways. It's just the same way someone who appreciates somebody with money or with food, and some people will take a camera crew with them, and some people will decide to do it quietly. Different strokes for different
So
folks.
let me answer the question why I said there's a little bit of Regina in everybody. And the reason why I said that is because we don't know where she's coming from. Everybody's coming from a background. Coming from those who've been mocked, laughed at, people thought you could do nothing in your life, and finally you found a way to marry this rich guy, and even if you're in a community where they still don't respect you, they don't regard you, like, hey, so you married a big deal. There's something innate to you that want to prove that I have arrived, I've gotten somewhere, respect me, regard me, give me my dues. Yes, I'm not married to a rich man. I've paid a bit of my dues. I have 2 children, I have 3 children now. I'm now this person. Acknowledge me, I am this person. There's something inside you you're trying to prove to the world, and we all do it in little ways. So in this her own way, she's throwing that, oh, I got cash, I have $100,000 breathing in my account. That's her own way. But we all have a way of telling the world that we are educated. Now I am exposed. Now I have done this. Now I am better than you. Yes, we used to be in the same class together. We had barbed our hair. We were looking all skinny. But now
that's
I'm
I
a
cannot
lady.
relate.
Now I speak well. Now I'm rich. I'm married to a rich man.
can't
Now
Does that have
I'm
a
this.
lot to do with her age? Would her mother do that?
I'm saying that. What I'm just
asking.
She never
Will
matured.
her
May I
mother
say
watch
it?
it and say, will her mother watch it and say, don't do that again? If the mother gets that kind of money, do you think the mother as an older adult would flaunt it like that?
It
Sometimes
depends.
it's age. And so for those of us who are mature, not to be afraid to correct because we're afraid of backlash. Correct what is not right.
What is wrong?
Children will make childish mistakes.
When you
The
say
older,
not right,
mature people will correct when they see
Mariam,
something that is
when
not right.
when you say not right, it already invalidates your earlier comment of saying everybody is different.
No,
So
it
for
does
somebody-
no, don't mistake it.
somebody-
It does not invalidate it if what you're doing is flaunting or being boastful. It does not, what I said does not invalidate that. What I'm saying is, what you're saying that it invalidates is, I'm saying that the person
It's different, so
who is showing off is not necessarily...
Let me talk about you. Let me give you an example.
I've lost the thread of my thought.
Let me give an example. Mariam is this young girl from Jos, and she grew up very conservative. Laughed at her. She's skinny, she's ugly, she had issues with, she was very insecure growing up. In primary school, she didn't have friends. Secondary school, she didn't have friends. Gradually, as she started growing up, she was more mature, finding herself. Now she's a published author. She's doing very well. And things are looking up to her. And all those who used to laugh at, even till now, Probably still don't talk to her because it's not that Mariam. It's not that one that is that skinny girl that didn't even speak English properly. What's she feeling now? Like now? Oh, she's on TV. Oh, she thinks she's smart. Gradually, yeah, there's somewhere inside every human being, or somewhere inside maybe many people that your background is haunting you, and there's something that pushes you to just let them know that, listen, I'm better than you think. I'm now this person. Now I'm Ned Nwoko's wife.
That's true.
No. I'm giving you an example of different people come from different. I'm not saying that is the case.
I know.
I'm saying people come from different places where there's a need. I'm coming and let me make a point.
there.
So the point is, let's not demonize one person for flaunting or celebrating her wealth in whatever way she wants to flaunt it.
Flaunting and boast. Because she used me as an example, let me just give this. You know that some people would not feel this is who I am and I'm going to go and show them. We know those people. We see them when they are coming back to flaunt. When they are coming from a regular family visit, there's a way that they dress and carry their shoulder because they are trying to flaunt. We know people who have come from humble backgrounds and have made it, and still when they go home in all their humility, because it's not about you people. I know who I am today. I know what I am. There's nothing you say, think, or say behind in front of me that will change that. And there are some people that are so, for me, I feel it's a sense of great self-esteem. If you are not moved by what people say or what your background was, there are people who come to flaunt. Flaunting is not a good thing. Boastfulness is not a good thing. And I stand by it. And throwing cash in the public, for me, is a childish thing.
So that's...
Let me talk about for a while, please.
Okay, what you want?
So when we talk about, you see, the truth is everybody we're living our life based on the knowledge we have and the exposure that we have, our upbringing. And for some people, what you read as pride is for someone else confidence. And everybody around the person will say she's being proud, she's arrogant. And the truth is genuinely from the person's place. There's no pride, there's no arrogance. It's just that I'm a very confident person. I know who I am, I know what I'm worth. And there's no, it's undebatable. I cannot take it. I know who I am and I cannot take anything less than this. But the person looking at it will see it as pride or arrogance. That's the same way sometimes we might be misconstruing someone thanking and being grateful. I got an iPhone X on this show a few years back on my birthday. People insulted my joy because they felt it's just an iPhone X. I wanted that phone. Like it was on my list. I really, really wanted it and I got it free and I was so happy I posted it online that I got it as a gift. It wasn't to flaunt. It was pure joy and gratitude. But somebody else saw it as poverty-stricken person. Somebody else saw it as you finally got an iPhone. So we sometimes place labels and judgments on pure joy because we just don't get it. I don't like spraying money. It's not my culture. Mariah loves it. And it doesn't mean that she's not being classy or refined. It's just that's our own. In Lagos Island, the classiest person will just be doing like this. That's how they do it. For some, their own way of I've attained it is when I carry that bundle and I throw it up in the air. And everybody is now like, so we must understand over time that we cannot say this is universal right or universal wrong. Of course, there are some areas that there is no, you lie, you steal, you do those ones, there's no gray area. But in emotions and interpretation of emotions, there are a lot of gray areas. So we must learn to accommodate those gray areas so that we would live in peace with one another.
Okay. No, Nima, let me tell you.
Okay, so there are certain principles that are just basic. They show the standard that you must uphold yourself. It is not just based on exposure. They've been tested. So you finally reached there. If Tope were to get an iPhone again today on the show, even if it was on her top list, and she fell over and started screaming again, I would probably think, Tope, after all these years, you never mature. You know? Because there's a way you carry yourself. There's a first time, but there are several ways you continue to carry yourself subsequently. So I have been through hate. I know someone, a brother Adubo, who said, who's this girl? She's too playful, she can never be anything. When I finally achieved all the things on my list that he said I couldn't achieve, I saw him in the neighborhood, I greeted him with due respect. He couldn't look up, but I greeted him because basic principle is I can't disrespect his age. It won't be because I don't say, hey, come here. Did you hear that I've arrived? Classless. Classless. Putting him in his place that way shows that me going, I've not arrived. But I greeted him. I passed him. I went to my parents' house. As I was coming back, I greeted him again. If he calls me, I will pick his call. But I can respectfully say no. I'm not going to be involved in this. I had such a conversation with one of my relatives when my dad died. I was like, where have you been all these years? How can you just relate? I'll send my number out to a stranger. Don't do that again. Respectfully, stating your point. You can be as upset as you want. I was livid when I was talking to this person, but I didn't lose my thoughts. So some things and whenever I do get to that limit, I want to call myself back in a way that, I beat myself up in my privacy. That, Nima, why did you do this kind of thing?
I really wanted this conversation to be very interesting and so it has really gotten hardcore.
I'm trying to reach a point.
Yes. Okay, let me let you finish, please. Let me let you.
You've been married for this number of years. You've had children with this person. You've been gifted too many times. So many times. You've been hated. You've been loved. You've been back and forth. Now create your own identity. Aside this person, you're not the first person who leveraged into success with marriage. Read history. Some people should be your role model. I don't want to be mentioning names on this table. Some people should be your role model. Quietly, focus on your work. The movies that you have shot, as they're coming out, push that as your content out and earn your respect fully. Obi can give to you house safe. It will be in your name. Your worth, you would know. But create an image for yourself that gives you respect. This one, some people will be forced to respect you when they finally know what you're worth.
Let's go to
let's take a few
the role of the topic
role of gifting. Yeah,
the role of gifting in marriage. The role of gifting in marriage is sweet.
Honestly,
it's beautiful.
Unfortunately, some of us have not experienced it because we just never understood.
Don't lie, don't lie.
You just not gotten what you want.
I didn't say me, I said some of us.
Some of us.
Some women, I'm talking about us.
Just say some people.
Some women.
Some women. That's why you say some of us.
No. I am representing a lot of Nigerian women on this table.
Okay, we get you.
There are some Nigerian women I'm representing, so and I must stand for them. Some of us women don't enjoy gifts in marriages or have not been given.
You're trying to make the conversation very light-hearted.
Yes.
But this thing that you said just reminds me of conversation I've had, a couple of times with young people. So we have a group of Nigerian women, young girls and older, who see people flaunting, like maybe the cash and the big cars, and forget to understand that in reality, someone is getting that because someone can afford to give it.
Abi.
So you are now in your own relationship and you're wondering why you're not giving me a house full of roses,
giving parameters.
like Kanye West is giving,
is that not your
giving
mates?
Kim. Exactly. So we have young girls in university or just out of university dating their boyfriends or fiancés about the same age, the same quality, and saying that you have not just gift, the level of gift. Auntie, this is the person you have married. You know by looking at the person that this is what the person can afford. And even in their little, they have shown you generosity beyond measure. But it's not enough because it is not the iPhone that you wanted. It's not enough. The sacrifices this person is making, going without maybe another a new pair of shoes or another shirt that I can wear to go to work. Decides, I'll put that aside. I'll manage this, my old shirt, and then get you maybe another kind of phone. It's not enough because that is not what you're asking. I mean, that's not what you see on social media. That's not what you saw Tokwe getting. So why should that be enough for me? So I know that it can be lighthearted, but I'm afraid that sometimes we're making the mistakes that because we're all on social media together, sometimes we forget our age, we forget our experience, we forget that we have a role sometimes to correct something. Right. And when we watch children make mistakes, that we can correct them to say everything is gray area, everything is understood, not understood. Let's be careful not to lump everything that can be corrected into that box.
You even need to have a separate show on gifting in marriage because I think it's a topic worth having. We don't gift each other. Women sometimes don't gift their husbands, just take it for granted. Husbands don't gift their wives, they just take it for granted. I beg, So we just take each other for granted and we don't see the importance. Because I think it's the height of romance and love for somebody to be filming, jejely minding her business, and the guy just sends gifts to her. Okay, there's this cash.
That's why people say they like marrying older men, because older men tend to spoil.
High five from afar.
Yes.
That older men know how to spoil. Because we know they
so let me
know.
share a personal story. The first few years of marriage, I'm not gifting is not my love language. Actually, it's not. I'm not moved by money and all of that. I'm one of those that suffered you know, suffer for my boyfriends in the time, spent money on them, like spent money.
Which kind of money? From where?
Because I was always earning, I was always doing makeup. I started doing makeup from when I was in Yabatek. So I always had cash. My parents always gave me money. So I remember cooking my little soup in my boyfriend Ben's house, and all of them would eat my bed sheet for my school. I dashed my boyfriend because his bed sheet in his own room was not good. I was that kind of person.
Well done.
So I have suffered
For man.
for man.
Your eyes have seen.
So when I married my husband, I wasn't, because I'm used to not getting, I wasn't expecting. But I also wasn't giving. What I expected from him was support my business, help my business grow. I'll earn money, I'm okay. But after like 5-6 years, Auntie Annie is always spoiling me with gifts, honestly. Auntie Annie travels every time, she will give me something, and I loved the feeling when I get it. Exactly. So I started reciprocating with YK, and I loved it. And then I started getting more gifts from people, and I started inculcating the habit of giving. And it's changed. Before, we didn't give gifts during marriage, during wedding, birthdays in my house. But now I deliberately get my husband a gift for his birthday. I don't think that Ogamak has reciprocated well enough, but I am changing him. So now I know that we are teaching ourselves to give. Yeah. And it's a journey we are really enjoying. Yeah. And I'm going out of my way to do
That's fantastic.
More.
As I said, we need the whole show.
Sorry.
But I was going to say something on what Mariam said.
YK says, please, why don't people say I am in the toilet and film themselves on social media? Slap yourself doing the S. Please, they shouldn't flaunt themselves on the toilet, you know.
I know, but if you say it's everything you want to flaunt now, flaunt that as well.
Mariam said something, and I think it's really important. Comparison is a thief of joy. You might not get 200,000. You might not even get 100,000. You might never get 10,000. What you might get might be a card. What you might get might be a thoughtful text message. What you might get might be biscuits. I asked my husband to stop buying me this. There's this particular chocolate cookies that I love, and every time he goes to supermarket, he would always buy for me, and he would buy granola. I'm like, see, I love what you buy for me, but it's making me add weight. Please, but actually, don't buy anymore. So it's not big. So it's that consistency of small things.
Just like Talk West, I have a similar story, but mine hasn't ended in the next day like this. So I have a similar story where all my life too, I said it before, I never gotten gifts. Like all the people I dated, I've never been a gift person because I guess.
Did you give?
I wasn't a giver. I didn't collect. I didn't. So I didn't.
You were indifferent.
I wasn't different. So I never. So for me, I felt gifting wasn't a love language. Even since I entered myself, I was like nobody gifted anybody anything. But I guess when we start getting gifts from different people, you now realize that you actually like the feeling. It's fun, So, but mine hasn't ended because my husband, I bought him a gift. I'm not buying my husband gifts. I'm not. I have told myself I'm not until something happens. Maybe God comes down from heaven and tells me directly. Because I bought him gifts for his 40th. I did.
Yeah, I remember.
And the kids. And we went to the store just get this beautiful gift, and we bought shopped. Came home, and my husband said, "What is this nonsense?" He totally discarded everything.
Why he thought they were not.
He said that he doesn't wear cargo shorts. He doesn't wear the kind of hats I bought. He doesn't wear the shirts. He doesn't like the belt. He doesn't. And he didn't touch it.
Because he's not a gift
I ended up wearing it. I started giving out, and everything. So then I was so hurt that since that day until today, I'm not buying again. But you see, the reason why I said we need to discuss it as a topic. Yeah. Because there are different reasons why we don't gift each other. Yeah. And there are reasons why we forget. Some of us used to give in the early days and we stopped giving. Some of them have never given before. Some of them, so there are reasons why we must bring this topic back to the fore.
It's so important because talking about gifting, giving someone gifts or receiving, we also have to talk about the attitude of receiving gifts.
Yeah.
See, no matter what people give me, I am so excited and grateful for it. I always hear from people that the joy that I express is more than, because for me it's not about the thing itself. It's that you thought of me. In your, whatever you have, your scarcity or in your abundance, you still found a way to think of me. Do you know, if you even send me just a text message, so I am so happy. But I realized that, and I have to also say that I haven't always been like that. So it's something that I learned. And if I tell you who taught me, it was my daughter. That when you give her something, the way she will be so excited about it, I'm so grateful for it. I learned, to show that sort of appreciation. And I feel that even when you don't like a gift, that someone has done something for you, you must appreciate that effort.
Yeah, it's the effort. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, since we're talking about gifting, I don't know, I think in the early days in my marriage, my husband just used to be ripped off. He used to buy things that, you know, he thought were priceless. And then when he brings them, I'm a Lagos market gay. I work at Lagos where I know Balogun, I know the corners where they bought all these things.
Price. How much
So I was like, how much did you buy it? And then that sort of discouraged him. I actually love gifting. I love it because I love giving. I enjoy it. That's what I think is a prophetic saying. Gift each other, it endears each other. So I've always practiced that sooner. I love it. But it's not until you buy me big gifts, Oga, in case you're watching. I love it regularly. I love it as sorry. I love it, yes. Yeah. And I hate that you don't know my sizes.
God bless you. They don't know my size too.
Just last month, we had one small fight. And I says, okay, I'm in a boutique. What's the size of your dress? I was like, me. Adura Abaya Timoni. Size of my dress, don't worry.
You know, our size always changing. They don't know my size too.
My in-laws came the other day and he was talking about, I bought for you. I bought this one size you bought for her. He was just telling his wife, it was me that bought this one for you now. It was me that bought
our sizes change. It's okay to ask.
No,
our sizes change.
The size of an abaya is a regular size. It's not okay to ask me. You know, I know my husband's shoe size, everything. I cannot make a mistake with
another place that we got the lesson from gifting. Honestly, I think almost every year, a month in the church, we talk about marriage and love. And my church is a teaching church. They break it down, how to give, how small. It was from there that we started getting biscuits every time because that was his own way of responding to the message.
You can't learn from Uncle Mark. Okay, you know what? As I said, we'll pick a day next week or something to talk about this because it's something that we really need to discuss. It helps marriage. Sorry? I
think when BC is back, I would like
to
hear BC's perspective.
That one, a correct giver. She collects.
She's a collective champion.
Okay, that's all we can take on today's show. I hope you learned a few things as we have. Nothing against collecting from your husband or your spouse or your loved one. There's nothing wrong in giving, and we don't think how Regina received her gift is not a bad thing. We're just saying that what the package she received or the new note is still pinching many of us because we can't see the new note and how billionaire husband has access to this note. So we are a bit, no, we're not happy that Emefiele released money for Ned Nwoko.
But did not release
not release money for Nima and Morel that went to the bank to collect small money. And all the market women. That's the one that's pinching us. But the idea of just giving your spouse a gift while she's away and unexpected is a fantastic thing. And we celebrate Ned Nwoko for that. Thank you very much. And we hope all men too try to do that. And women too reciprocate the same thing with their spouses. Have a great weekend.